All right, how's everybody tonight? Hopefully having a good night. We have got 3 breaks on tap tonight, and they are all memorabilia breaks. Yeah, it's been a while since we've done an all memorabilia night. So hopefully we're going to have a little fun with it tonight. Now, before we actually get started ripping, I do like to go over some information to make sure we are all on the same page. So that's what we're going to get started with right now. And of course, the first thing there talks about feedback, because I get asked that question a lot. And guys, I have my feedback automated on eBay. I did that a long time ago because I found that it was really better for all the way around, because then you guys don't ever have to wait for me to find time to catch up and leave feedback. So anytime that you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get it in return. I mean, it should be within seconds of the time you post it. So that's why we do it that way. And of course, the other thing there is to say thank you. Always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, and chatting with me. We're going to take a look next at what's coming up in the days ahead. So these things are already listed on eBay, and we're going to be breaking them over the course of the next several days. So tomorrow night, we'll do a half case of Gypsy Queen baseball. On Friday night, we'll start a little bit earlier than normal, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We do have 2 new releases that are going to show up. Hopefully, both are going to show up on Friday. Right now, one of them's still kind of up in the air, but I'm hoping, thinking, maybe it's going to show up. I don't know. And that is Definitive Baseball and Leaf Flash Baseball. And if one or the other of those, for some reason, does not show up on Friday night, I would just simply reschedule the break. It would stand as it ended on eBay. In other words, if you want it on eBay, you're still going to hold the spot, but we might have to change the break date just depending on whether or not the product actually arrives on Friday as scheduled or not. Then on Saturday and Sunday, those are both going to be off nights. On Monday night, it is Tribute Baseball, a full case of that. We're going to start just a tad later, a few minutes later than normal at 9:15 Eastern, 6:15 Pacific on Monday night. So that's what you need to know there. Okay, let's talk about some shipping. Shipping for tonight. Everything that we are opening tonight is a free shipping break. So those are done a little differently. Basically, I just tell you they're going to go out sometime within the next 7 days. And that's because they go out kind of in a space available kind of situation. So in other words, sometimes I might finish sorting a card break and maybe I've got 20 minutes before the postman shows up to pick up the order or pick up the packages for the day. I don't have time to do a whole nother card break, but I might have time to do 3 or 4 free shipping items, so they go out that day, and that's kind of how it works. But they'll definitely be out if you hit one no later than a week from today. Might be sooner, but wouldn't be later. Now, on the other hand, if you are in one of these free shipping breaks and you are not lucky enough to be the team that is pulled out of any given break, well, you are still entitled to a consolation trading card, and that is simply a loose, used trading card. It can be from any year in any series, and it would be for the team, of course, that you have that wasn't pulled in the break. Now, normally, because this is a free shipping break, I would simply hang on to the consolation card or cards and send them out the next time you had a package shipping. If, however, you want them sent sooner or it sent sooner, all you need to do is send me a message and let me know, and I can put it in plain white envelope, put a stamp on it, and head your way with it. So that's how that is laid out. And what else do we need to know about that? Nothing else on that page, I don't guess. So first up tonight is our 2020 Leaf Autograph Baseball Bat. This is break number 9 of this product. And it ended tonight on eBay, same night. Everything that we are opening tonight all ended tonight on eBay, which is Wednesday night, the 22nd of April. You've got your team names there on the left-hand side. Winning bidders are across from each team on the opposite side. And, of course, a new spreadsheet will go up before each break. So if you are not in this break for the baseball bat, don't worry. You're going to get a chance to see your name up there shortly. So don't go anywhere. Now, the last little thing I need to do before we can get started is tweak the focus a tiny bit. So you are going to notice that your background has gotten blurry. That is intentional. I don't want you to worry about that. We're still going to be able to see what we need to see. Brianna is here, and so is Jay Allen. Hi, Brianna and Jay Allen. How are you guys doing, and gals? All right, so I'm showing you the length of the box here because this is how Leaf secures it, basically, with this tape that says Leaf that only goes part of the way down the box. But nonetheless, I'm showing it to you so that you can see it's still intact all the way down the box. And let's see who we've got here. This, of course, goes to, I should have mentioned this, any autographed memorabilia, if there is not a team name printed on it or on it in an inscription or otherwise with the team indicated, it will go to the team the player played for the longest for a retired player, current team for an active player. There's Alan Trammell. That is a nice little autograph there, which I believe heads to the Tigers, but we will check it out. It is Beckett authenticated paperwork, and there's our Beckett authenticated sticker there on the bat knob on the end. And there is one more look at your signature. I will just, of course, go in here very quickly and verify that I just told you the team correctly. I believe that that is correct, but we are going to check it out because I don't want you to just have to take my word for it. So I'm going to go look it up real quickly and we'll make sure. And yeah, all Detroit Tigers, just as I thought, they're 20 years, every single one played with the Tigers. So there you go, all happily verified. So the Detroit Tigers getting our baseball bat tonight with a nice hit. We next have up the 3 autographed Game Changers baseballs. And let me get our spreadsheet up here once more. So for anybody that missed this earlier, take a look there. It will go out if you hit it within the next 7 days. It won't be any later than that. Could be sooner than that. And if you don't hit, consolation cards generally ship with your next package. If you want it sent sooner, hit me up. Let me know, and I can take care of that for you. This is a 3-box break of 2019 Game Changers autographed baseballs. This is break number 4. It is the last of the case. And, of course, it also ended tonight on eBay, Wednesday night, the 22nd of April. Once again, team names on the left, winning bidders cross from on the opposite side. And same as our baseball bat, if the baseball itself does not have a team name written on it, printed on it, inscribed on it, then it will, of course, go to a current team for any active players or to the team they played for the longest if it is a retired player. So that's how that's going to work. Jay Allen is doing me a solid. Jay Allen is so awesome. When we do memorabilia, he knows that people jump in and out. And at least half the time, more than half the time, you'll have somebody come in and go, hey, what was hit in such and such? So Jay Allen always types it in there when he's with me, which is most nights. He's here most nights, so he helps me out by typing that in there, and then we can just go, hey, scroll up. Scroll up in the HF feed. All the deets are there, so very nice to have that done. David, we have not done the jerseys yet. They will be after the baseballs. So once again, guys, the order is the baseball bat, which we just completed, and the baseballs, which are here, coming up out of the box now, and then the football jerseys, the 3rd and final break for the night. Okay, so let's see. Do we have any little paperwork down in that one? No. So they must have it in the bag if there is any little paperwork. Sometimes they give them to you and there isn't any. Let's see if we'll see what's in here tonight. Oh, there is a little something I feel there. And what does it bring us? Chris Chambliss is who it brings us. And here is your autograph. That doesn't look like that, though, does it? Doesn't that look like it says Joe Jackson or something on it? I guess that is his signature, but boy, it sure doesn't look like it. He makes his C's look like a J. Anyhow, it is TriStar authenticated. There's your hologram sticker that's on there. And yeah, that's an interesting looking signature with the C's that look like J's. So, woohoo, right? Yeah. All right, let's see who we got next. Our string is caught in some little insert thing there. frankly, I don't even know why they put those inserts in there. They're always busted up and torn up. The insert, not the item, obviously. It's kind of pointless for them to put that insert in there most of the time. All right, it is Tony Oliva comes out next. That's another nice one. And there is Tony's autograph, and he's got a little Rookie of the Year inscription on there as well. So we are 2 down, 2 to go. And of course, you know I'm going to do the same thing I did a moment ago, and we'll go verify the teams on all these guys as soon as I take a look at the third one. Oh, it's Mark Grace. Yay. All right, well, I like who we pulled tonight. It's a good deal. All right, so there is your Mark Grace autograph, and there is a TriStar hologram authentication for it. Did we look at the Olivo? Where's our... Did we have a... Do we not have a... Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. There it is on that side. For a minute, I thought we didn't have a authentication, and that was going to be a problem, but yeah, we do. All right, so first up, let's check out the Mark Grace. Now, I always think Cubs for Mark Grace, but frankly, I think he played a few other places too, so let's go see which one's the correct one. Yeah, he's 13 years with the Cubbies and only 3 years with the Diamondbacks. So the Mark Grace is definitely as we thought it was going to be there for the Cubbies. And we're going to go ahead and get that one popped back in. And I'm going to, this of course, this little informational card in all of these is a little bit beat up because they put them in the package with the ball itself, and of course, well, it gets it bent, you know. Nothing we can do about that. But the good news is those are just printed up by TriStar, so they're not really of any particular importance. It's the sticker on there that matters. All right, let's look up old Tony here and see if he's the Minnesota Twins or not. And there is Tony, and once again, your hologram authentication. And the winner is, yeah, he was, again, all 15 years with the Minnesota Twins. I couldn't really remember if he played anywhere else or not. And by the way, I can't see chat right at the moment because I'm using the tablet that normally lets me see chat to go in and just verify all of our items here. So for those of you who might be typing this in going, hey, why are you ignoring me? I won't be in just a second when I can see it again. It's just that at this exact moment, I really can't see it, but I will be able to in a minute. All right, Chris here, I believe is, ooh, no, that's not what I thought. Okay. Now, see, I would have thought that that was Atlanta Braves, but it looks like, in fact, we have an equal number of years between the Braves and the Yankees. So let me double check here. But I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years with the Yankees. Wait a minute. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, because then he went back to the Yankees in 88. That's what makes it 7 and 7. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and that's why I was thinking Braves. But in fact, he's equal number of years between the Braves and the Yankees. So that means this has got to go to random.org between those two teams, unless the same person happens to own both the Braves and the Yankees. Okay, so let's first go see if we have the same person that owns them both. Let's check that out. The Atlanta Braves, that is Rick 1778, and our New York Yankees, that is Mr. Cub Fan. So we, in fact, have two different people involved there. It means we do have to head over to random.org and let it decide. Now, the way that I do random, when I have 10 or more items in a list, we just do random a single time. When we have 9 or fewer, which obviously we do here, then it's going to be done 3 times. The first 2 times do not count. It is only the third and final time that we run random will determine where this goes between the Yankees and the Braves. And I'm entering Yankees first because he played for them before he played for the Braves. So we're kind of going in order. That's how we made that decision. So once again, you can ignore the first one. You ignore the second random. Here comes our third and final. And there's our 3 times. Our date and time stamp, and random.org has awarded this one to the Atlanta Braves. All right. So Chris Chambliss here goes to the Atlanta Braves by way of random.org. Okay, so that means our baseballs went to the Twins and the Cubs and the Braves by way of random. So, there you go. That takes care of that. Brings us next to our football jersey break. We did have some unpaid in there a minute ago. I'm going to go back in there and check right now and see if that's been paid up or if we're still setting unpaid. While I'm doing that, I'm going to once again put up spreadsheet information for you to review. So for those of you who have not heard me talk about it the other 2 times or haven't seen it when it's been up there before, now's your chance to review it and learn what you need to know while I go see if we're paid or not on all of our jersey spots. Yeah, so it looks like we have a spot open for the Jets if someone wants it. The Jets are currently unpaid. And what did they sell for? That's going to be the next question, isn't it? Looks like they sold for $23.50 on eBay. So if somebody is interested in picking up the Jets, you have an opportunity to get them because whoever bid on them and won them did not pay for them. And I'm going to bring you back to me for a second while I go update the spreadsheet here real quickly to reflect that. And I've almost got us going here. All right. So we've got that noted on the spreadsheet. So have we got anybody that is interested in there? Brianna, you want them? All right, perfect. That's going to mean I've got a couple little things to do, including ending it on getting it closed out on eBay real quickly. So I'm going to get over there and do that. And I'm going to type in here for you, Brianna, some information. This is the email that I use for PayPal. And it's an old school email, kids, and I don't check it really. So if you ever send me correspondence, don't send it there. I'll never, ever, ever see it. All right? No, I will never see it. So, Brianna, if you could be so kind, please, as to head over to PayPal and send the money to that email address that you see there. And while you are doing that, I'm going to get it closed out on eBay and update the spreadsheet to reflect that they're going to you now, and then we'll get underway. So just a couple minutes longer here, guys, and we'll have this ready to go. Shouldn't take but another couple minutes. All right, we're getting there, we're getting there. All right, let's get this updated. Did I spell that wrong? I might have spelled that wrong. No, I got it right. Okay. I guess it would have totally mattered, but I usually like to have it close to right if I can. All right, so let's get back to business here. Okay, so you've seen this a few times by now. You've heard me talk about it. You know the deal. If you hit something in here, yeah, you're going to get it sometime. It's going to be in the mail, put in the mail sometime within the next 7 days. It'll leave here and be on the way to you. Now, often it goes on the early part of that, but sometimes it does go towards the later part, but it'll be somewhere in that 7-day window. And if you're in this break and you get skunked or any of the other breaks tonight, meaning your team was not the team pulled, You are still entitled to a consolation card. That is a single used trading card for the team that you had. It can be from any year in any series, excuse me, any year in any series, typically going to be sent with your next package. That's just because it is a free shipping break. But if you want it sent sooner by itself in a plain white envelope with a stamp kind of thing, hit me up and let me know. Otherwise, I do keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. So it would just simply go out with your next package somewhere within that rolling 90-day period otherwise. Now then, it is a 5-box case of 2020 TriStar Game Day Greats Autograph Football Jerseys. This is break number 3. Also ended tonight on eBay, which is Wednesday night, the 22nd of April. We've got our team names there, of course, on one side, our winning bidder user ID across from on the opposite. And then the Jets. Brianna was kind enough to pick up the Jets for us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, so that's why you see one that says Second Chance and B. Wilkins on there, because Brianna rocks and helped us out with that one. And you said, make sure I got the Jets. Okay, hang on. I will go in and check for you then. Hang on 1 second. Usually I just kind of rely on you guys mostly to give me the heads up that it's done. And I usually have a lot of trust in you. But if you think maybe it didn't go through for some reason, I'm going to go check and then I'll let you know. So let me see here. Yeah, I think we're good. That's what it looks like. It looks like we are all good to go. So thank you much. I hope we find something good for you. Now let me get the case up here, get our boxes out, and see what we can find in our jerseys tonight. I always like doing jerseys. Actually, I like doing most memorabilia. I think it's fun, and I like to see what comes out of it. And for whatever reason, I especially like jerseys. I don't know why. I'm especially fascinated with them, but I am. I like them the best. Okay, I'm going to get all of these now out of, whoops, as I'm running into things, get this out of the way and leave just one so we can do them one at a time. We can savor them. Oh, I knocked us way off course, didn't I? Is that better? Maybe a little bit. Brianna, jerseys are your favorite too? Yeah, see, I'm not alone there then. And we usually hit some pretty good stuff in TriStar too. Well, Leaf as well, as far as that goes. Generally speaking, we have good luck with jerseys. The first one we see is a Jared Cook jersey. And there is your autograph and your TriStar authentication and a paper TriStar that is just generic. And that is Jared Cook. Well, that looks like the Saints, right? So he's Saints. Is he Saints? Why do I not remember where he is? I'm thinking that's Saints. I'll double check it when we get done here in a minute. But good grief. I don't know what that was all about. Did you hear all that? That's a cat chasing another cat. So, yeah. Fun times, right? Yeah, fun times. I don't know. I'm sorry. That distracted me, and now I'm just trying to figure out, like, what that was. Did they turn something over? Did they break something? Did they... I don't know. Now I hear, like, serious fighting going on, so, ooh, good times. Anyway, first one out was Jared Cook, who I think is the Saints, and I will double-check that, of course, before we get out of here tonight, but I think that is right. Next up, a little Robert Griffin the third, RG3, and this is on his collegiate jersey. You can tell by the colors, of course. And there's your Robert Griffin signature. You've got an inscription on there, a TriStar hologram logo, your TriStar generic paper, and RG is still with the Ravens, isn't he, guys? He didn't get traded in the offseason, did he? I don't think he did. I'll double check that too. Make sure he didn't get traded, but he was. Good grief. He was. I'm sure you guys can hear that. That is so loud. That is so loud down there. Someone is really not getting along, but Anyway, I don't think the Ravens traded Robert Griffin. So as far as I know, they haven't traded him. In which case that will be a Ravens jersey. Yeah, it sounds like they are just about to tear the whole house down. Whoever's down there mad and chasing each other. It's quite dramatic at the moment. DeAndre Hopkins comes out next. And DeAndre Hopkins' signature is right there. This is clearly a Texans jersey, and it is TriStar hologram authenticated. Your paper TriStar, of course, once again, is generic. And yeah, definitely we are on a Texans jersey there. So at the moment, we are Texans, Ravens, and Saints. And we've got 2 left to look up, or 2 to open, not look up, 2 to actually open and see what's inside. Aaron, you got your first jersey hit ever. That's awesome. Which one is yours? Which one of these fine fellows is headed to your house when we get done? This is looking very Oilerish, isn't it? All right, it is Robert Brazil. And there is your signature and Hall of Fame inscription. It is a TriStar hologram down there at the bottom. Once again, a generic paper TriStar COA. And I do believe that is the Oilers. And for those of you who might not know this, the Houston Oilers of old are the current Tennessee Titans. So whenever you hit a Houston Oiler, it goes to the Tennessee Titans. And that is simply because it always stays with the franchise. That's right. Any cards, any memorabilia, anything like that we hit when a franchise has moved and renamed, relocated, the stuff just follows along behind them. So Oilers go to Titans is how that works. And our 5th and final coming out here tells us what? That it is, oh, the Nigerian Nightmare. Oh, how about that, Kansas City? Right? That's nice. Love that. So you've got the signature on the left-hand side. He even inscribed Nigerian Nightmare on the other side, which you rarely see. That is really cool. And a TriStar authentication sticker down there and your generic TriStar paperwork. And then, of course, the little TriStar info cards, which are always in these little things as well. All right. Stang Lover says you are 0 for 4. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, Stang Lover. At least your 5% eBay bucks covered the tax, you think. Oh, I'm sorry, man. It is never any fun when you don't hit. I know how that goes. That sucks. I'm sorry. All right, we've got the Nigerian Nightmare for the Kansas City Chiefs. We are, of course, recapping our jerseys right now. And, oh, I picked up a piece of the plastic with it, didn't I? The Robert Brazil here on the Oilers jersey. And as I mentioned before, former Oilers, current Titans. That's the way the franchise works. So that one goes to the Titans. And then we have the Texans with a nice DeAndre Hopkins autograph here going to the Houston Texans. Our 4th one is Robert Griffin III, little RG3. That is on a collegiate jersey. He is still the backup QB for the Ravens, so that is going to Baltimore. And then, of course, our Jared Cook here headed to the Saints. And there is your autograph and authentication and etc. on the Jared Cook. All right, so Saints, Ravens, Texans, Titans, and Chiefs happen to fill up our jerseys tonight. Now, one final time, we'll take one more look at our spreadsheet in terms of shipping, and then we'll also take a quick peek at what's coming up in the days ahead. For anybody who missed that earlier, here's your chance to see it. This has been up here a bunch. Surely everybody's seen it by now, but every time I think that, really somebody hasn't. If you hit something tonight, it's going to be out the door and on the way to you no later than a week from today. It will probably go sooner, but it would not go later. If you were in one of these breaks tonight and your team was not the team pulled, you are still entitled to a consolation card. That is a single used loose trading card for your team. It can be from any year and any series. I do keep track of that for a rolling 90-day period. Typically on a free shipping break, I would simply send any that you are due consolation cards the next time you had a package shipping. If you do not want to wait for the next time you have a package shipping and you didn't hit tonight, send me a message on eBay and let me know. I can put it in a plain white envelope, put a stamp on it, and send it on the way to you now if you want it, if you don't want to wait. So you just let me know. Now, our breaks that are coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, we're going to bust into Gypsy Queen Baseball. It's a half case break. It is the start of a new case, is it? Or is it the back of the case? I'm so confused at this point. I don't even know what is what anymore. I've got the numbering all messed up on that. I don't know. Anyway, it's Gypsy Queen Baseball tomorrow night. On Friday night, we do have 2 new releases. One of them I'm not entirely convinced is actually going to arrive on Friday because that's what they told me yesterday. Still up in the air, so we're going to have to wait and see. But anyway, they're still ending tomorrow night on eBay. Ends at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. If for some reason something does not show up as planned on Friday, we would, of course, reschedule the break date and time for the day that it does show up. I would expect if for some reason it doesn't make it Friday, it would certainly make it Saturday or Monday, but I will know more, of course, as the week goes on. Both Saturday and Sunday are off nights. And then on Monday, we are looking at Tribute Baseball. We'll start a hair later than normal, 9:15 Eastern, which is 6:15 Pacific, and we'll break a full case of Tribute Baseball on Monday night. So that is all the news I have to share tonight. So as always, thank you for being here. I appreciate you joining me. And I hope that all is well with you, that you're staying safe and healthy and as happy as we can, being confined to our homes, for the most part confined. And I'll be back at it tomorrow night, so I hope I'll see you then. But if not then, please do come back and see me again sometime soon. Enjoy your week, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.